Welcome.
So
to another wonderful podcast.
yes,
Featuring us.
us, your boys.
Ya boys, Cameron and Cole.
Yeah. If there might be a third appearance, if you hear click clacks in the background, it's my dog walking on the floor.
Yeah. We're also figuring out the audio situation in this room in general.
Yeah. So
you will eventually see some audio foam up on the walls to help with the echo.
this is gonna evolve.
You're going to see some posters up on the wall.
Yeah, this will turn into a studio pretty much.
Yeah.
So this is just we
I'm
wanted to
mad
get
hyped.
some stuff recorded though. We wanted to sit down, so we made this work for now. But we're gonna switch this up. It's gonna look cool.
Yeah.
Sound cool.
It's going to sound and look bomb.
That's what I meant to do. Is get the rug.
Oh, at the studio?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That cuts back on sound.
Yeah.
Forgot
Cut back
about
on
that.
some sound
Yeah.
and then just like little movements.
Yeah.
We'll get it.
Chris is over there like, yeah, you fucking idiots. Dude. Chris is like the master audio guy.
Yeah.
We should probably have him here for the audio foam setup.
Yeah.
He knows how to put that stuff together.
Yeah. Chris, when we do audio foam, we're gonna need you. Okay. Sweet.
I think that means that we're running out of time.
Running out of time, folks. All right. So Sven. How do you want to segue into topic?
Well, firstly, since we are recording and you're going to feel obligated to, just based on the peer pressure that being on camera is going to make to you, we're going to do a shot of vodka straight out of the bottle first. And it's going to suck. It's going to be the worst. I don't either.
Nobody talked about this. Nobody's making us.
And then we're going to talk about fucking aliens. That's how we're transitioning.
Hell yeah.
Let me just turn down my ringtone.
Yeah, let me make sure.
That was up there.
Sweet.
Nice. Okay. Would you like to go first?
No.
Hey, you go first. That way I know you're going to do it. Because you know I'm going to do it if you do it.
Can you? Okay. I'm just supposed to do it out of the bottle?
Yeah.
So really it's not a shot. It's like a swig.
Yeah, just a swig. Yeah. Shot's way too much. There you go. Wow. And what's great about these microphones is I heard the swallow, so I know you definitely did one. You weren't just you weren't just like putting it to your lips and letting it drop back in.
I don't like it.
Yeah, no, dude, this is gonna fucking blow.
You took multiple swallows.
I took one swallow. Oh God. The worst thing about having facial hair, which
Oh yeah.
mine, is laughable compared to most people's, but is that it gets like stuck in there.
Oh,
So,
I
like,
bet.
when you lick your lips and shit, it's just still burning.
It's like a paintbrush.
Yeah, exactly.
Gross.
Okay. We're in it now.
Ugh.
I know.
And there's way more hardcore people out there than me.
Well, Julie fucking just does shots of vodka like nobody's business. Ashley apparently does whiskey now.
Yeah.
Our wives, dude. Doing that shot reminded me of was it Ashley's 21st birthday party?
Yeah.
When we were at Hotel Old Town. I just watched Cameron. Was it vodka?
Probably.
I just watched Cameron fill up a whole shot glass of vodka, and I'm like, I'll never forget. It's like a movie. I'm sitting down, looking up at him because he's just standing, and you can tell he's already feeling it because his like face is starting to get red, and he's just looking around. He's like, "Should I do it?" He's like looking around and shit, and he just goes, and then takes it back, and he goes, and then immediately like fucking tears start coming out of his eyes, and his face just gets so red, he starts to sweat. He's just like, dude, I don't feel good. It was the best.
I'm not good with alcohol.
Yeah, no, when it's straight shots like that, nobody.
Yeah. But we're gonna talk about aliens.
Yeah.
Cole and I both have some UFO stories. We
sure do.
Cole's got alien dreams.
Yeah, dude, it's just aliens in general is an amazing concept. So hopefully we can fit. Maybe this might be a 2-part thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
We might revisit this subject because
sure.
there's a lot to unpack about aliens.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to personal stories, yeah, Cameron and I each have one separately and then one together.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. why don't you tell yours first, since yours happened when you were a kid, right?
Yeah, so I was at my grandparents' house. Nobody was there, and I don't know why. I was there by myself, and I was younger, and I was outside playing basketball. They had one of those basketball hoops above the garage door. I'm trying not to like breathe in the microphone.
Vodka.
Yeah, and anyway, I was outside shooting the basketball by myself,
Shooting the basketball.
listening, I think, to Linkin Park. Yeah, on like one of those like older cheap MP3 players.
Ooh, fuck yeah, some hybrid theory.
I don't even know if it was actually cheap, but yeah, it was definitely that stuff.
Hell yeah.
And it's just I'm listening to music, shooting a basketball, and I see this light in the sky, and it's weird because since me and you have kind of seen one, and it's like it looked like if you had water in your eyes and you were looking at like a street light, but that street light was a light blue color, like baby blue, and it's just like a fuzzy orb. So it doesn't have like the sharp peaks like when you actually have like a watery eye, or you look at a street light in the middle of the night and it has like peaks or whatever, where it's like beams, I guess.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that. It was like a soft halo around an orb, and it was just a ball in the sky.
And what's weird is this is in the daytime.
No, this is at night.
Oh,
I
thought you said this was in the daytime.
No, this one was at night, which made it scarier.
Yeah,
but
Jesus.
I think what I was telling you about one time is I tried everything I could to look this up, and I saw photos of people took one in the daytime.
Oh, that's right.
Maybe
that's
that's
right.
maybe that's
okay.
where that came from.
That's right.
But yeah, it was, and I saw it like straight from the horizon line come out of a tree line, kind of, and it was just moving about this fast. Which, I mean, from my point of view, it felt this fast. Who knows how fast it was actually moving in a distance?
Yeah.
But from my perspective, it was about the size of what you see, like a good size, like when the moon looks really big in the sky. It like not crazy big, but just like the average size of the moon, I guess. Mm-hmm. It was about that big to my perception of it. So that big of a thing in the sky. It wasn't like a tiny star thing or whatever. It was just slowly moving like this, and it did a full arch in the sky. Well, in the sky, and then disappeared on the other end of the horizon line. And that's all that happened. And I just remember being frozen, like staring at it. I remember I had like drawn stupid stuff like in like the dew or the water, the condensation on my grandpa's truck, like on the hood of it, because it was like a little cold. Mm-hmm. And I remember that. Like it was one of those things where you're frozen, and it was just so slow, and I tried looking up stuff for like weeks after that to see if anybody said anything, what it was, and there might be a perfectly good explanation for what that is. Somebody could listen to this and be like, "Oh, that's that. I get what that is. That is actually this."
Yeah.
It could be something I know nothing about. We live in an area where it's all airports and aircraft stuff, so who knows what it is? But I mean, it didn't look like any kind of. The weird thing was that the light blue color of it.
Yeah.
That doesn't add up to me about anything, because it's not like it's like it reminds me of like when you shoot a flare, like that kind of speed. Not that I've ever shot a flare, but like, if you ever see one or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, it wasn't like pulsating. It wasn't anything. It looked just like an orb. It was so weird. That's mine.
Now, see, I'll tell mine, and it's very similar to yours.
Yeah.
And this happened after our experience. This was when I called you. It had just stormed, or it was about to storm really bad. And I go walk around my parents' pond down the street from their house. And as I'm walking around, it was getting close to sunset, so it was like orange in the sky and everything. But there were storm clouds all around us. And I just see this orange orb ball that almost kind of had a hue around it. Not really, but it was just a ball, and it was descending. So I saw it from the sky, and then it just slowly descends on the horizon, and like not blinking, not moving erratically. It just one complete line downward like this, and then it just disappeared behind houses and trees. But it lasted what it seemed like forever, because it was just going so slow. Yeah. And I remember thinking, like, I have no idea what that is. That's like definitely not an aircraft. It's closer to me than a plane would be. But then I started doing research, and what is it called? Lightning balls.
Oh,
have you heard that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
And I'm interested to see if like there's different kinds of lightning balls or different colors of them because that's what I'm concluding. Because you know us, especially when it comes to ghost stuff and everything like that. It's like there's a explanation for everything, kind of.
But we love indulging in the conspiracy of it all, or the paranormalness of it.
And so like I remember looking up lightning balls and seeing a video of, and the thing is that it's equally as almost not as cool, but like it's still pretty cool because lightning balls are super rare to see, but people do see them. And I encourage anybody to look up lightning balls after this on YouTube because it's just super weird looking. But that's what I concluded mine was anyways. Is Chris looking up some lightning balls? Oh yeah, I'd love to see some different.
It was weird when I was looking up mine afterwards. I remember the only picture that I found that resembled it at all, which of course it was awesome because it was over the pyramids. Like the picture. Oh my god, what? So it was weird. So that made me feel like super cool that I had seen something like that. But
oh yeah, I guess it's technically called ball lightning, not lightning balls.
Why? Yeah. All right, let's see what we pull up here.
Lyons, Colorado, June 2001.
It's a whole documentary.
Is it a plane?
What a horrible quality video.
Always, right?
I know, like there's never a good quality video of the paranormal. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much what it looked like. That's just a natural phenomenon of crazy. Like lightning captured in a ball form, in an orb form that just travels slowly until it dissipates. And it's just so
like
crazy.
A bubble of lightning.
Yeah,
that's weird.
But anyways, the craziest one is the story that we both have. So, like, and that's one that I still think about to this day as being just so weird.
I almost think we have two. I just can't remember. I feel like this has happened that me and you both saw, but I can't remember.
So, like, Cameron and I sneak out of my parents' house as we did every night that we hung out, and it was freezing cold outside. There was still ice on the ground.
Okay, this is the one I remember.
But the sky was totally clear. You could see all the stars and everything. And we're walking down the street, and we both just start to look up at the sky because we're like, damn, you could really see all the stars. We stand in the middle of the street. It's super quiet. It's like 3 a.m., so nobody's up. And where we both happen to be looking in the sky, I describe it as this. Take a football and then press, like long ways football like this, and then press the sides together so it's like a skinny football. And then put another one right next to it. So there's two skinny footballs connected towards each other, connecting on each other. And then, so what we're looking at, this black sky with a bunch of stars behind it, all of a sudden, this light turns on in the sky. And it turns on the back of these two objects that are touching each other. Almost like it was a exhaust light or something like that. And if I remember right, and I could totally be fabricating this over the years, but like I remember exhaust coming out of it, like what looked like smoke coming out of the back.
Yeah,
that's what I remember anyways. But it just comes on. We see these two objects, and like in my memory, exhaust coming from it, no noise, totally silent. And then as quickly as it turned on, it turns off just after a second or two. And then it's just gone after that. Yeah. And then Cameron and I just look at each other, and I'll never forget like your face and then my face, and us just being like, you saw that too, right?
Yeah.
And we're just like, what the fuck was that?
I know. Because it's just one of those things where you're like, I have no clue.
And it's not like it was a shooting star.
Yeah.
We see those all the time. We know what that is. I don't think it was. I mean, I've looked up videos of like what comets look like and all that stuff. If you see a little like a meteor passing by or whatever. But it was so weird. I feel like it has to be at least an aircraft of some sort.
Yeah.
And not something natural like that. You know what I mean? Now, probably it was some kind of, military craft or something like that. Like Cameron said, we live in Kansas, so we see a lot of that kind of stuff here. But it's just so weird that it made no noise, that it was just on for a second, and then left no trails in the sky that we could see.
Which means it was there without visual, and then like light made it obvious.
Now, thinking of it from like, holy shit, it was an alien point of view, there's a lot of like, speculation and conspiracy theories about alien crafts that visit Earth being able to cloak itself.
How cool would that be?
I know. And like, oh man, if that's real, then that's totally what it was. Yeah. Because it was like invisible for 1 second, becomes visible for just a split second, and then goes back to being invisible.
I think
So wild.
I think I've seen another one, or this is the one that I confuse with ours, or it's part of ours. I can't ever remember now because it's been so long. But I remember staring up at the sky. I swear it was the one where we saw it too. And I remember it being like it's almost like you're just staring up at the sky, right? And right where you're looking at, it's almost like two skis, like parallel next to each other. Like
You're
like,
describing almost the same thing.
I know. That's right. But mine isn't as clear as yours.
Okay.
So I feel like this might be different. But I remember it appearing just two lines in the sky at a further distance.
Yeah.
And they just like light up, and then they shoot off, and then they disappear like in the sky. So
I don't think that ever happened with me.
then it might just be me.
Yeah.
I remember.
I don't think I've ever heard this story.
Yeah. So I remember, and this one is one of those where it's like, okay, I would just think it was like two really close shooting stars or like meteor shower things.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the fact that they like, it was like you see light and it's like two just parallel lines basically, like this, you know, your perspective in the sky. It's long enough where you can tell they're lines,
Yeah.
and they sit there for like half a second or a second, and then they like shoot off, almost like when you like watch any movie where they go into like warp
Light
speed,
speed?
yeah, like light speed, and then they just like disappear for a second, and you get that. That's what I saw one time.
You know what's weird is that's
It's
so
weird.
similar sounding
I
to
know.
the one that we saw. Like, what if there is some kind of craft up there that's
Yeah.
like that? And what's crazy is like you Google,
It definitely felt really far away. The one that I'm
Really?
talking about, yeah.
is when you Google like the description of that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have seen similar things
Yeah.
out there in the world.
For sure.
It just makes you wonder. Damn.
Aliens are real.
Man, dude, aliens are definitely real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
If
that
you-
that whole topic.
Yeah, if you've made it this far, then go ahead and hit the like button for, you know, aliens being real.
Smash that like button if you think aliens are real.
And then comment if you have any alien stories or if you think aliens are real, because I want to know. I don't know if you think
Yeah.
aliens are real. Are aliens real? Yes or no? In the comments.
Yeah, give us your take.
So
Mine, of course, is that like, duh, there's got to be some kind of life out there. You know, everybody thinks that way. I feel
Yeah.
like.
I love
don't
the
think there's people that don't, but
I love the stories where people are like they just like lose a whole 2 hours of their life and just like
Yes.
are like, what the hell just happened?
yeah, abduction stories, which sleep paralysis explains most abduction or ghost stories that people
For sure.
have, but like the abduction stories where people have physical evidence of weird ass markings on their bodies or something like that, that shit's weird.
I always think the weird ones are like when they're just driving, like they're
Yeah.
driving and then it's like they're really only like 20 miles away, but it's like it's 2 hours later.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the hell? What happened in that 2 hours? Like,
Yeah. That's
but
so
to them, they've
scary.
just been driving.
And you're like,
It's
butthole
so
hurts
weird.
a little bit. You're
Your
like,
butthole hurts,
you're like,
or in some cases, to some people, it might feel good. They're like,
yeah,
I wish I knew what happened in that 2 hours.
yeah. It's like us, but we know what happened in that time.
God.
Yeah.
Aliens are dope.
That's a cool subject.
Yeah.
It's actually what got Cameron and I like started to like be best friends.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it was alien related stuff.
Is like he spent the night one night,
Mhm.
I think, and it was like back when we weren't super good friends, but we were just like, oh yeah, this is what people do.
Yeah,
Stay
we
the
did
night at my house.
the test out, the first stay the night situation, and we sat across a table, much like this,
Yeah.
and talked about the pyramids, and I think there was a Ouija board between us,
There was a Ouija board between us. We
And,
talked about aliens.
and we just talked about aliens, and the lights were all off for
Yeah.
most of it,
Yeah.
and we did that for hours.
Yeah. It like seriously from like
Yeah,
midnight to fucking like 4 or 5 a.m.
yeah,
Good times.
hell yeah.
It's a good conversation starter for sure. For those who
For
are willing to
sure.
participate. I know some
Mhm.
people hear that and are just like, oh no, I don't want to think about that.
Which is crazy to me.
I know. Don't you want to know?
Or I guess you're talking about. Are you talking about people who like they're like, oh man, I just don't even want to think about that? Or are you talking about people who are just like, that's stupid?
Oh well, but people
Because
that
there's
don't
two.
people that don't even want to talk about it.
Oh yeah, people are like, that's just I don't need that in my life.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like
need that
it's
stress.
like when I try to talk to Julie about stuff
Uh-huh.
like that, like ghosts and everything like that. She's just like, nope,
There's
I don't even want to engage.
There's stuff I can't think of what they are, but there's stuff like that with my wife too, Ashley. So it's I can't. I mean, Ashley doesn't. She does not want to listen about, hear about
She doesn't deal with spooky stuff, right?
anything that has to do with like serial killers or crazy people.
Oh.
She does not like the idea of people like being crazy or like seeming normal but having like a back. Like people try to keep talking to her, but like they're like, oh, you should watch that show You or whatever that's out. It's called You, and she's just like, no,
Stalker person.
like just not my.
I still need to see that.
Yeah, so
Alright, it's
she
good.
just not about it.
It's crazy that she'd marry somebody like you, but like be against crazy
Oh.
people.
Cool, thanks.
Just kidding. But yeah, so I feel like there was a good conversation about aliens. Definitely something to revisit though, because there's so much that we can talk about. We can talk about different stories that we've heard, like legendary cases, what happened at fucking Roswell,
Yeah.
all that stuff. Like there's so much to unpack on the topic of aliens.
Now that we're older,
Mm-hmm.
how's your opinion on that Bigfoot?
On Bigfoot,
On that
on the
Squatch?
Squatch, Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
Well, Chris gives a signal, so I think we got about 4 minutes left.
Oh, did he? Damn
he
it.
did. Yeah, you need to.
My periph, I even was looking.
Is your peripheral vision not that great?
My peripheral vision is fucking amazing.
Here, turn.
All right.
Face towards the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. At what point can you not see my hand moving?
I can see the TV.
Okay.
Or I can at least see the light, for
Okay.
sure.
I want to test it.
Okay.
Keep going until you can't see the TV.
Or I can't see what's on the TV, but I can see the light for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
But you can
gonna
tell
keep-
there's a TV there. Like if somebody was standing right there moving around, you could see.
I guess I can tell there's a screen behind the light.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's let the light be. I mean, here's the fucking thing, right? We have a light on us, and the TV's like behind it. So it's like, where does when you're in your peripheral, it's just all blurry. Where does the light in the TV?
Hey,
I don't fucking know.
You don't have to yell.
All right.
Okay.
You're right.
You don't have to yell.
So I'm gonna let the light be the test. Okay. I no longer see the light. But
Okay.
now I see the light.
You've got pretty good peripheral vision. How are you not seeing Chris's hand go up?
Well, because I got a fucking camera on a tripod. That's
You're saying
vertical.
that he just conventionally is eclipsed by the camera
All
on
I'm
the tripod
saying
every
is,
single time he
with
puts
my
his hand up
peripheral
in the air?
vision, I see this. But if I'm engaged, if I look down, if I do this, I no longer have peripheral vision. Like, who knows?
Make sure to like this video,
Subscribe.
smash that subscribe button, leave a comment.
Yeah.
Give us a topic to talk about. We'd
Yeah.
love the people, you know who you are, that listen to this all the time and then just comment stupid shit every single time.
Yeah.
All right. No, well, first off, thank
All
you.
Cole's little friends
Thank you.
that I just know about,
Plus-
that I've met a couple times.
plus Nancy.
Plus Nancy, my grandma.
So you guys hit us up in the comments. Let us know something that you'd like to hear us discuss.
We
you
don't
know?
say it for no reason. We don't say it because we're supposed to.
Right.
We
you
say
think
it because
we're just
we
over
want.
here being like, oh, I think we're supposed to
Yeah.
say comment something you'd like us to talk
Yeah,
about.
it's because
Like,
we sit
when
here
we're
for
not
10
interested.
minutes. We sit here for 10 minutes before we start. Like, crap, dude, we didn't think about what we were supposed to talk about.
Yeah.
Help us. If you made it to this point and you listened to this whole damn thing, help us. All right. Like, subscribe, comment.
He's
your
getting
favorite.
stressed again. He's getting stressed out
Comment-
again with time.
Comment about aliens.
He's gonna break out a rash.
Aliens, yes or no? Hashtag aliens. Thanks.
Make sure to hashtag the aliens. That's how we know that you listen.
Subscribe.